long-range team.
Just before that swap,
I just think this is not a good Victor game. I don't like Victor here.
So Victor mid, we're assuming. Yeah, obviously the Ziggs will go bot, and that Shen again was support, as you called out earlier, Jack. So we do have...
Slow down the game a little bit. What I was saying about the draft is T1 have a lot of range. They have the Jace poke, they have the scatter the weak. Never mind.
The Camille damage is so high, it's ridiculous.
Shove someone, Busio at half HP again. Okay.
Ridiculously high damage.
Yike under threat here.
Who's supposed to win early in top lane? Jace wins hard. Alright, Yike lands the Q. Carry has no flash. Remember, no E2. Oh, first blood for KC. I love it.
So they want to try to re-enter.
We can't go into prayer post so early.
Oh, Yike jumped over. I don't know if he meant to do that.
He get a sonic wave, but now he's going to flash away. Hookshot, wallshot is the
dangerous game there from Yike. Yeah, I genuinely don't like the Shen answer to Camille, guys. I'm not...
It's going to be more difficult to try to make any sort of play, but now they're invading the Raptors.
Faker is level 6, so unleashing power possibility, but the flash shadow dash. Faker has to flash away.
Lee, oh, the stun in the air. Did you guys see that cancellation from Faker? It was beautiful. 1-for-1 though.
Unleashing power will trade a kill. A 1-for-1.
Busio is everywhere in this game.
And Doran has no flash. We saw it
Busio
before.
clearing vision.
Reward for now, and Carry is
doesn't get the ward. Doran supports it. Carry is here to match. Yike is here with kick. Doran has no flash. He should die here. He should die here. Can we taunt him? Can we taunt him? Can we kill him?
Looking for an angle. The Dragon's Ascent.
Dragon's Ascent. 9. Yike.
With the ulti won't matter because Kana's in his lane. Running for his life is going to have to be a turn towards Carrier.
Yike.
Somehow survives and lives. Yike down again.
Both teams are super eager to skirmish. I mean, you only have to look at the support
Kana has no flash, lads. Kana has no flash, lads.
Slowed down, moving into hammer form as well. Carrier's yet again, not perfectly timed, but just perfectly placed.
The dream is collapsing.
This guy is performing out of his mind. I'm getting some
danger on top side of the map. So even though Doran has
alright, nice collapse here.
Kana gets the ultimate.
Doran's getting baited out because he thinks Kana base. But the pink ward in his own.
Where the hell is Kana?
The fear. Oh.
CC enough, kick into the wall. Shadow dash as well. Doran looking for the trade.
No. Yikes. Come on,
man. The dragon
man.
wasn't enough. Doran's got one in him too.
Yikes. One too many tower shots. His Q misses. You've got allow KC to get that kill, and Doran trades 1-for-1.
Wave flash away from the...
But I'm just guesstimating it.
Sun up from Faker. Meanwhile, hookshot, walkshot, ultimate, hexagon.
Okay, CC chain. Can they kill Kana? Kana has flash. Flashes the Shen ultimate, keeps him alive. A little tickle. Doran finds the final auto.
He'll survive the one turret shot. He'll take
and that seems like lights out to me, ladies and gentlemen.
As Faker wanted to be a bit
These ones on top side. And KC.
Going to be dodged, but Doran just jumps under. He's looking for his next kill. Meanwhile, carries the flash on Amber. Peyz covers the tank up.
A gorgeous play from T1.
And Carrier, yes,
Carrier waiting for the bomb cloud.
Over to the carries that matter in T1.
Surprised enough time for Yike to just collect the kill.
Right there, TP's right off the tower versus...
And a big problem there as well is just Kana's not strong enough on the Shyvana. He still doesn't have his first item, but KC found Peyz.
He's got nowhere to go. He's got a flash, but he gets kicked into the wall before that happens. Shut down. He doesn't want to burn it, and so he'll get punished.
Really clean CC chain there by Yike. Gives him no opportunity to flash, but Kalist, does he have the satchel?
Disrespectful walking in front of the face of Owner, but expects that the damage won't be followed up. Kalist still holds onto his flash as T1 try and choke this surroundings of Herald.
Kalist needs to be really careful here in rotation. Carrier can easily solo kill him. He has the Sundered Sky.
Scatter doesn't work out. Look for Kana. No TP. He has to reset and walk there, but the play...
Oh, yeah, how are you going to use that money?
They spot it. They see it going down.
On hitting Drake here, I think they're psychotic, bro.
Actually, for KC.
They're absolute psychos.
They're still going to look to contest here.
Look at T1's setup here. They have Jace and Camille. Nowhere to be found. Yike steals.
So Yike will die, but who's next? Doran for the follow-up.
Pretty Gucci. That's the ultimate. Faker.
It's 2 members in the ground as T1 hold 5. They lose.
Very angry with him, it seems. Will Owner send it? He should. Carry on 1. He falls.
Another kill that goes to T1.
I think that the gold T1 generated here for the Drake, they'll take it. This guy got the steal if he didn't get the smite there.
They're gonna get the kills, they get the mid tower, and even though they lose the
you really need to have it out to the lanes to push all the way. away.
Has a big bounty on his
Doran
head
has
if they
been
can
good
take
this
him down. A
tournament.
bit more gold for KC as we look towards mid. Kerry's being
Doran
tagged out.
is a
Kalista
thick
with
boy.
the chokehold.
Let's see what he
There's the
buys.
ulti. Gonna bumper him a little bit
This
here
type of
and
game where you can
slow
get
down
away with
Kerry.
Shojin
About to
here.
hit the ground. Meanwhile, KC finding a play.
That's a
Hit
good
Kerry
play here
down
from
first. Peyz
KC.
gets a little bit low. Yike, low on the
Syndra's
energy.
pushing.
Lucio,
Jace was in
low on
base.
the health. He too will drop. It will be a 1-for-1
KC
with both
looking for the
supports
play with the
lining it up.
outnumber.
Both
TP
top
comes
laners
late.
TPing in.
Syndra
It's just a
steals the
1-for-1
wave.
by support, as
I
they're
still
going to
feel
try to
sad for
approach
Kana
this
because
one-side
his lane
fight, but all it
state was
takes
so
is one
cooked
empowered shock blast from Doran,
by that
and I think
3v3 they took from top
KC's
side or 4v4, whatever it
Level
was.
16, 3
You
item
guys
chase.
remember?
Dragon begins. T1 hover around.
Jace
River with
getting
Doran
saved.
dealing with the wave. KC are a 4-stack. Look at where Kana's coming from. It's still only a Trinity Force, but it's a Dragon's Descent up and available.
Owner
Don't know how he
using
lost
the
his
Drake
health,
as a
but
shield from
it's
Pope.
meaningful. At 3K,
Kalist
Lee Sin
forces
can have a
some
steal
damage here on
advantage.
Owner, which is
Walls them
nice.
off. T1 on the third.
Yike
Drake
will have to
pick
dash
this up.
through
Dragon
rocks. The
Descent,
EQs
ready
from
and
the
willing.
flank.
Sonic Wave
Banana
from
combo from
Yike.
Yike.
From Yike. Kana waits. He wants to use that ulti, but when?
Nice, Yike. We out here winning smites against Owner the Boneless. All right, Yike.
They're not letting Ziggs
Yeah, the
get
key
this
detail is
knockdown,
that they
and
got the wave
KC
on
are forced
everywhere.
to face check.
This is a TP from a Shojin recently picked up with the Dragon's Descent up and available. KC have
They're just slamming this Nasher. Yike!
Go down. Now, can T1 escape? Kana on the chase. Yeah, who with the proto belt? Carrier starts it off with a flash. Owner gets
This could be a great fight for KC. Everybody's so low. Here comes the Dragon. Sadly, this isn't the House of Dragons. This is the House of T1.
It was revenge, then turned sour as KC fell.
It's either a flag
Doran the
or you
Moran
can't
with a
get
fat
one
shield.
more.
Peyz, T1. They want to look for the game end. They just want to win a team fight here and end the game. Can they reach Kyahu? Because Kyahu staying alive. Could be enough for them to keep it. Oh, that's a stun.
KC wanted to
And
punish them
KC.
for it, but they ended up walking too
Well, luckily
far.
T1 can't
They
end
didn't
at
have
least.
the damage.
But,
T1, they built their
still
goal
think that
lead
the game
from
is over.
4,000,
Also, T1 could have probably
double it
ended if they wanted to,
8,000,
but
get the Baron Nashor. They're
that's
taking the
okay.
towers, and with
They're
that,
just
you have
going.
to
They're
feel
going.
it
It
might
would
just
be so
game.
tight and so close that it would have been scary.
At the door.
Look at top lane, look at bot lane, look at mid lane. They've taken anything that's out
T1
their
just
range.
decided, you know what? Let's play it safe. Let's take hold.
That's how much damage
Type of
he's
dragon.
doing to the 3-bit item Jace. As we come back to live, Kana has no dragon. And Faker has all
There's
the
the
range
Shen
and
ult.
the execution.
The timing that was rough. Busu needs to flash. It's bonk. Camille.
Busu is going to be up next. And game one is in the
Murder
box.
was the case.
T1 is slaughtering KC here. It's 5 versus 3. They can
Jail
look to
was
open
the
up
verdict.
base. I think Faker wants the base. Owner's low on mana. They
T1
really have
just
the
looks
freedom
primed to
do
win a
whatever
tournament.
They want on this map right now.
T1 versus potentially Gen G is looking exciting.
I
It's
think
looking
Doran
very
knows that he
exciting.
wins it. He's going to flash over, kick away. But
But what if we get D plus versus Gen G, the most paid team on Earth against the least paid team on Earth?
Peyz is going to find him eventually as well. Yike will die. Soul will not be there.
Money
The sole
wars.
point for the stats.
That's going to be like
Everything and more, just like they did
Sector
the
1
previous fight.
in Hunger Games. We talk about
Doran was so much stronger, and their cross maps were denied
volunteering.
by Doran as well.
Frames that KC have never really found the wombo combo that we set up over in draft with Ziggs, Shyvana, and Victor all one on top of one another. And they are actually very, very strong. They might look here.
Doran.
Try and find Doran,
Doran
finally.
trying to buy time. Trying to buy time. Okay, Peyz trying to save his boy. That's kind of a good attempt there on the wall. Owner the boneless. Okay, Kalist Criminal.
KC getting destroyed. Owner's going to find the rest in base. Carrier is
That's GG, ladies and gentlemen.
as the dragon comes out. But just like in the end of Skyrim, it will be slain.
And there's a lot of... Don't get me wrong, it's still 12,000 gold lead.
Yeah.
But the Nexus
It's
remains
still
alive.
up. The Nexus is up.
Well, those were
We've
good
already
times
seen
when
once in this
Skyrim
tournament,
was.
the Nexus being up, the most important thing.
Carrier would have probably ended the game right
Yeah.
there. They had the numbers in the base. The TP coming
go.
through, looking for Doran again.
I mean, finding Doran again, still
Shen?
bit of gold on his head. Kana,
right.
the Dragons are
All right.
good Shadow
All
Dash and the
right.
Ray comes through from Yeo. They get the kill again. Kalist is also
Okay.
able to defend the mid-wave. Guys, let's cope
KC
more.
are
I'm telling you, this
activating
ramp down bot
just
lane can
kill
hold
Doran,
waves
the
forever.
protocol.
KC could potentially be pushing out the waves
The classic
constantly.
protocol.
As long as Ziggs is alive, it's really hard to push.
It's a great pick from KC, but Kana might be the one caught now. As
Tali
Peyz is
wall
holding
on
behind
Kana.
the TP. KC
That's a
fights.
double TP, but a double TP.
Is going to bring in the numbers here for KC. Kana
This is a good
survives
chance
now
for
as well.
KC, honestly.
Dragon's breath. Yeah, who's going to
Look
die
how fast
first, I
Syndra is.
feel.
Look how far
He
Camille
crosses
is.
away, Owner looks for him and burns him down. T1
But Owner is
taking
just,
a 2v4.
he is just
They
the
need
spear
to
of
kill
Korea,
Owner,
bro. Look
but
at
they
him.
can't do it. And doesn't this just tell you the state of the game?
Oh, he's just the spear of Korea.
Owner
It is
has
what it is.
help. They 2v4'd that. They took down 2.
He is literally the spear of Korea, bro.
Next up with a Hextech ultimatum. A triple kill.
Why is this Carry get triple kill?
And Peyz played that so
The boy Owner did everything.
well. Kalisz tried to be the hero.
No, the
for
TP was
KC,
good,
but
guys.
it's
The TP
not
was
enough.
correct.
Faker's
That's-
going for the
you get to
end.
outnumber.
Yike wants to try
Like,
to
do
save
you
it.
think you're gonna win a
Maybe
game
the game isn't over
ever
just yet. Let's see the
if
death
Zinzak
numbers.
can
15
4v2 you?
seconds on
Don't
Yehu.
look top, Jack. Don't look top.
Sonic Wave.
No idea about this hourglass
You're
here.
right, he's probably dead. Unleashes power. Yike has a GA, a second line.
He bought himself
comes
enough
on in.
time to have Scatter the
Never
Week
mind,
available.
It might not be enough. Yike, the last to fall. 41 kills in game 1 of our semi-finals at EWC. T1 know how to put
I
on
would-
a
really
show,
would have loved
and
the
they're
Yone.
not done quite yet. Faker a little bit low. Busio's defended. It's a shutdown on Carrier, but Owner's on the Nexus. It's only a best of 3, but T1 in the heads of Paris for free. A shutdown, sure, but T1
Poetic.
destroyed in game 1.
And T1, they... Guys, you have very heavy magic damage. If he goes for this Kiana, I mean, KC, they're going to be playing quite crazy once again because they don't have a great way to start fights aside from that Tempered Fate, and they have pretty much no frontline
For the person.
showcase their league IQ.
Like, if
I'm
people
just a little bit
enjoy
worried because
entertainment
we're
in
so-
different ways than you do,
That's what I was
like,
saying,
how's
so
that a
Tarzan
problem?
yesterday, playing
That's a
Kiana
good
with not
thing.
many priority lanes, and
That's a good
unfortunately,
thing.
He was trapped inside his own jungle, not being able to make plays for a
I'm
very
telling you.
long time. Those lanes don't have a lot of setup, and Owner is now bullied.
It's just like last game.
Alright, it's just rock and roll hard in the paint from minute 1, guys.
Busio tries to cut off the choke. Kerry got really low before. Cosmic Fighting doing some damage. Trying to press that pop burst here from Kerry. Use the heal to get into range. Yeah, who's going to take a noxious blast while Faker.
50-50.
It's
Owner with the smite. Yike wins it. He's level 2, baby. Busio's Q on. Oh, no, Busio.
To help out, Yike comes in.
Yike. That's the first blood for Busio.
KC flipped the
All right.
game Raptors, and they
Area
won.
like that, then it would have been a really easy 3v3 for T1 to play. But due to the fact that he got that chunks, now Kalisz is going maybe a bit too far
The
forward.
arcane shift, wait for the tangle barbs. One thing's going to be dodged.
Kalisz just swung it to it. What a man! Yo! Damn! Kalisz criminal just...
Well here for Yehu as he gets a decent trade down. And we saw up in top, Doran was not doing too well in the isolated matchup.
My lord.
Homeless. He's just pathing around his jungle, having nothing to do. He just got double scuttled by Yike, and Yike still has jungle available.
Oh shit, Faker. Faker does not have lethal here, right? He doesn't have lethal. He doesn't have lethal. Busio's here. Busio's here. Oh, he does have lethal, Faker. What a game, guys. This is League of Legends.
And yeah, as soon as he popped out of the egg, he died. So it's just like, yeah, it was...
I mean, pretty insane.
He had the right idea.
We're collapsing now on Doran the Moran. Kana 6 gets the ultimate. Doran tries to flash, but Kana will reach, no? I mean, Yike will reach. Oi. Owner chasing Yike. Yike has W. He has to dodge the Q. He has to dodge the Q. Come on! Come on, dodge the Q! Oh, he's got bonked. Why did we E him?
Yike will die.
Why didn't we, like, loop around?
He has the wave.
Yo, he should just go into the alcove, no?
Kana might be in trouble.
Oh,
Faker's only level 5
Faker.
though. He's just going to catch the wave. That's not
Ooh, the E flash. Kalisz Criminal gets the exhaust. That's the heal. They win! They win! Okay, uno for uno, we take it. Busio's going on a killing spree, baby. Kalisz Criminal. The arcane shift is beautiful. The exhaust is still there. I honestly think that T1 thought that he didn't have exhaust. Faker getting caught. Busio on a rampage. Why not? See, hysterics.
The fans out there nodding furiously. Busio, the angle great, but Owner's waiting.
Okay, Busio, you have a shutdown, brother. You have a shutdown. Peyz gets it. That's 700 G's, brother. That's 700 G's.
It is a T1 win.
We can create a better play than that.
Going into the pit, Audacity out. He presses W.
Okay, Yike doing some parkour to get out.
To survive almost certain death.
Him spawning dragon or attacking dragon at that time to be pushed out.
Faker gets the ult on Yike, and Yike taking poison. The dream was short-lived. It's collapsing like an inception. Doran might look for an all-in trade here. Look how quick Owner is across the map to looking for the gank. Public execution, Hex Drinker. Doran uses biscuits to stay healthy. Oh, Kana!
T1 revenge. 6 years since his title.
Holy.
Owner
T1 getting a dragon would delay the
They
game.
have to be careful here. With Trinity
It could
Force
get
on
to the
edge
point where
versus
Peyz gets
Treble.
4 items. We think that far ahead. Keria snaps off to Kalis. Kalis, a K shifts, he buffers it. That's a fat ult from Kiana. And they take over the Drake. All right,
And
KC.
Kalis continues
Go,
to
I mean.
read Keria like a book.
Go,
He
I
had
mean.
no vision.
He's lucky, otherwise he dies. Or has to flash.
As well as we look towards 1v1 in the bottom lane. Peyz versus
Look at Kalis Criminel, bro. Kalis Criminel is playing with something to prove. Kalis Criminel. Kalis! Clear the wave, the turret.
Herald is completely free for KC. They even get a ton of damage on this mid tower. And the luxury of getting this mid tower so low
4,000
is
gold
that
lead now.
Yeah, but Gliz now
Power
having the
spike,
mana
Trinity
immune, the
Force?
Triforce.
My brother, he's had Trinity Force for 10 minutes already.
Kalis
just jumps Peyz with the exhaust. Kalis Criminel. Kalis Criminel, a little bit too criminal. We need a little bit more Kalis.
I was stunned.
Considering the position of his teammates, this was not the time to play. Kana's so fed, so maybe they can win a fight even without the Trinity Force Ezreal with 2 items. Kana's barbecuing, bro. Call it. Oh, Peyz flashes into the Rumble Lord Kana.
It's just someone else.
And Kalis might have made a mistake, but Kana recovers the play so beautifully. It's 3 for 1.
It's the 5,000 gold lead of
remaining in
KC.
control of the game. They're going to get the dragon, although Busio might be caught.
Petrifying gaze onto a bard should be easy work here. Busio's going to be poisoned down
Busio.
the auto as well. Faker takes it,
Busio?
finding down one more auto.
Busio's just rage baiting. All right, fake a flash, honestly. We take it. Take a flash, we take it.
Flash though for a
We
support.
take it, bro. It's a flash. It is what it is. Okay. Pabe could not coach D+.
All the way up, like there's like
Because his number one coaching
they're all
trick
completely
is,
chonked right now.
don't you want the money? Don't you like the money? Why are you trolling? Don't you like the money, bro?
Does a bit of damage. TP out. I don't think Doran's getting out of this one. Let's see.
Oh,
Supreme
that
Slay
Kiana
hit the
ult
turret
was
instead.
optimistic.
I was wrong. Doran gets out, but the turret's now down. Flash, Cataclysm.
Bard
Yeah,
ult.
Tempered Fate is
It's
gonna
an
catch onto
interesting
Bruce's
play
face.
here, the Bard ult, but Jarvan is still in it.
Only gets onto one. Yeah, who's going to go into the egg, but T1 can't stick around. They use the Cassiopeia to get the
Okay,
damage
T1
down.
commit
Yeah,
a lot of people
Over
into this
double
play,
jump
guys.
but KC,
Like,
unrelenting
I think that
push
KC is
double.
winning out
Yes,
economically.
already runs into 2. Even
Doran
though
tries to defend
it's
top tower, but look at
risky.
Ezreal mid lane,
Now he
same
gives KC a
time.
bait from
Keep in mind,
taking that
KC also has
That's a
3
big
grubs. I
mistake
think
by
this is
Yike
better
there. The
macro
fact that
for
he doesn't get the
KC.
supreme display of talent on
T1 is
the
just trying to
Doran
create
means they can't
map
get the tier
imbalances
2, they can't
to
get the
shock
top side.
KC's
And KC,
system.
they-
But as you can see, the
T1
gold
rather
bounty on the
Quarter
Drake that is
guys jungle,
spawning,
and that's exactly
that
what
could
they
be
tried to
huge.
do.
Kana gold,
This is what
faker,
KC can see. They don't know
faker,
what Keria is.
faker.
Now they do, going to be spotted out. Yike on the
This
hunt. Here
was
comes
maybe an
Bruce's
opportunity.
Bard
If you got the
as well.
petrifying gaze, but now this opportunity
Doesn't even
is
get the
turning
tail
into a
fake.
liability now
TP
instead.
in as
Bard
well.
ult
Full commitment here from KC.
is ready
4 members
on the
across the
tower.
grinding equalizer attempt.
Keria tries to walk away. Petrifying gaze. Faker, no flash. Faker dead. Snake down.
It was hot.
But as you can see, T1 is doing this divide and conquer back there to push her off.
Time for this wave, so it's a win for KC, but a very slight one as T1 get the cross map.
They'll eventually get the tower, so that's a consolation prize. They'll lose one. They'll lose
Honestly,
up.
it takes a lot of time to kill this. It takes a lot of time to kill this. I feel like KC can react. KC can react. Bard has no ult though. Bard has no ult. Can we chase them till the end of time? Can we portal after them? Can we do something? Come on, KC. Punish. Yike. Doesn't land. Gets the EQ flash.
Yike gets one. That's a clone. T1 have Baron recalls, and you can't be caught napping.
Baron doesn't give enough gold. Baron doesn't give you enough gold to shift this game somehow. KC's tempo is better. I don't think it matters, guys. I don't think it matters.
4 versus 5, and KC were the ones in control of the map. As I don't think Faker wins this 1v1, even if he gets the Petrifying Gaze. We'll have to see.
He's 3 levels down, but he gets Petrifying Gaze down. Pure stun here. Equalizer going to be down at half.
Oh, this is a huge shutdown. Kana. 940 Gs for Faker.
He'll walk out of there. And everything was connected.
And that's why he's the GOAT and I'm not, because I thought he loses that. But now Busio might be able to find Faker here.
Busio has flash available. Is it worth? Tempered Fate going to be used.
Wait, Faker.
Binding, though, and the auto Faker.
Faker got the QE off. You know, he heals a little bit there from those spells. Don't know much I agree with that. Kalis's 3 items. If T1 traded this Drake for gold, I would understand it. But T1 want to fight. Doran on the TP. I don't know why Kia was only level 13. Good combo with the Onivia Kiana wall. CC chain onto Yike. He gets CC'd. Mikils doesn't save him. Doran has flash. T1 are psychopaths, you know. Like Kasi died way later than Kana, so Kana's faster. And they are the ones with Nash. I understand being uncomfortable with Soul Point.
It's a 1-for-1, but Casey have the numbers advantage.
That's the flash. They're just trying to say a soft contest here, T1, to make and buy as much time as possible for Sivir. Look at the traps that T1 is conjuring. Kalis Criminel. Fat T-wall. Oh, Rumble ult. Peyz lost half health. Oh. Doran with the TP. How does T1 even enter? It's impossible against this comp. It's impossible.
The setup nice from KC. They didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, KC able to zone them off there. The owner getting chunked. Doran not finding the flank, and now he's in trouble. But T1, KC knows they have to be careful here.
They found Doran the Moran. Oh my lord, Doran the Moran just CC'd himself. CC chain on Yike. Yike gets bad ult on him. Yike might be able to flash and go. Oh, Yike did as much as he could. Peyz. Alright, the probe you, the probe you, the probe you, the probe you, the probe you. Woo. What a game from Kalis, bro. Kalis looked like prime Diable. And that has always been my point of comparison. My point of comparison with Kalis has always been Diable.
Against T1, we said yesterday.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to game 3. What a great game from Kalis. What a great game from Busio. What a great game from Kana.
Run through mid. Carrier gets on out, but it is the base that is being delayed. Casey will run through mid.
Not doing his greatest, if I'm going to be honest.
To stop this onslaught, it is nothing but Paris to support KC. Owner will drop.
The Diable Kalis parallels are fantastic.
A one step away from taking down the world champions, moving to match point in this best of 3. The Nexus.
What a game from Kalis.
And Carmine Core move us to match point.
I hope people can hear the roar.
Gonna be the Milio for Busio. Lucian Milio up against the Sire Rakan. It's an explosive
Lucian Milio has to do a lot of work this game. Because the scaling from T1's team fight is insane. It's really insane.
Wave is gone though, so Doran fighting in the middle, but not going to be too good. Good knock up here. Cliff's in a bit of trouble as he falls, and he cleanses that away. Peyz blasting for the feathers, and he gets rips it through the heart of Paris. The first blood goes over to the Zaya. Looking for the follow-up. Busio in a bit of trouble. No mana here to kick a soccer ball and send T1 out of there. The dodge away, sure, but Peyz now in range of damage. The feathers flashed away from Busio is out. Baker, I think
if you don't win bot lane, Wukong jungle in this game.
Really nice roam there from Baker.
Carrier a little bit over ambitious. Kill goes over to Yahoo.
Okay, Carrier.
All right.
Cruiser operational.
So discrepancies are not too big as Peyz had to buy the Cloak of Agility, which isn't really much of a power spike, but we have a gank on top.
All in, going to be immediate ulti as well.
Doran sends it.
Hey. Flashes away, but Doran's still on him. The power of the Olaf running down one, looking for the other. The underdog's going to connect, and here we go. It's Ragnarok.
Bro. The poison of League of Legends. Imagine that we played BO1s competitively for the longest time ever.
But they know that Pantheon is looming around, ready to ult. Carrier has been so annoying.
He's just trying to get the backstop. He won't take any more turret shots.
Carrier with his Hillisan cosplay. Yao has flash.
Only taken not by Faker, but he runs in
Gets
anyway.
baited. Doesn't get rooted here though.
He's going to find
Yike looking to ult.
Cyclone as well. A moment, a stun.
Casey looking for counterplay. Can they get owner? Can they get owner, please? Yes!
If only just Kalis now comes.
Kalis Criminel with the culling. Looking for drive-by.
They don't have the Pantheon ulti.
Yeah, Kalis and Busio were not allowed to lose this lane.
And with Yike always being on vision, he's never actually going to be able to find a flank.
And here I want to go back to Busio.
Instead of Narg.
If Faker actually steps too far forward, that could be an avenue for KC.
Peyz by himself. Mega fire kick, not bad. Khalid stepping up. The feathers are now out. Good dodge away. Culling is going to go to the rest of the minion wave. Peyz in trouble as well. Khalid's going to get the feathers to full frontal. He gets away. There's Pantheon ult.
Okay.
For his life. He brings in that breath of life, but it's not enough. He's dead. Owner comes in and enough damage ensues.
Pantheon.
And even though it's a good start from KC,
They tried to get a fight in, but Kadis didn't even have item. I don't like the fact that he bought these boots. I think when you're behind with ADC, you don't upgrade boots ever.
Jumps in, but it's an Olaf.
Even in the Mega Knight, look at Owner, look at Doran versus Khan. Almost takes him down on the turret though.
Okay, Doran classic.
Owner now going to complete the transaction. Yike brings out the Cyclone.
Yike's Trinity Force, he wants to fight, but Keria is kind of tanky.
Get them away. He'll take the minion wave in the end, and Doran went deep for the play. Bit of respect to him.
Doran got a bit impatient right there. No expecting. His team could have finished it all. It was just 1 HP, but he's like, hey, it's Strikebreaker versus Peyz.
You cannot face check.
Busio tried to get some cancellations, maybe.
Thing is, Owner in a bit of trouble as well, trying to turn it, but running back in.
What Busio did makes perfect sense. You know, like people might think, oh, why is he face checking to die? Faker, no mercs. Is that going to be the problem? The Q lands. Oh, me bomba.
Faker walks it out. He's got a minion wave coming up as well. Realm Warp to get out of there.
Wow.
Leaving. Can't.
He knows. This guy knows about the draft.
And he gets out of there.
He's just staring into the camera like he's Jim from the office. Not sure what Kya was thinking. Honestly, I'm not so sure why we picked Annie into Olaf. Alright, Millie with the fat ult. Keria takes a lot of damage. Mikhails keeps him alive. Nasty.
Of HP as Peyz steps up to the turret. The Culling's going to try and help out Owner. Takes the turret, shot at the turret. Falls down. First turret of the game.
Yeah, let's look into squeeze, but my man. There's nothing to squeeze there. Yike with Peyz.
Connect the second time. Yike needs to find an angle.
I don't know what did T1 eat backstage.
To step back and watch from afar. Feathers again. Busio dead. Yes, who will fly in to find the kill.
All right, look at that pro view, daddy pro view. Come on now.
Casey had one chance. It relies on the mid-laner, but an undertow will connect. Doran knows he needs to leave. He doesn't have Ragnarok, so he's going to run it, book it out of there. The hop over. Kind of won't find the boomerang. The Pantheon there to support.
Honestly, EWC production goated, bro.
The gold power play.
That's some good ass production.
Pressure the other side. You can see how deep they can go into enemy jungle, forcing Yike out. Doran is fighting the Realm Warping top.
The Realm Warp with no turret there as well.
Doran. Kana trying to get Mega, doesn't get it.
Yike turns around in circles, but with 3 members of T1, he's got to get out there.
Okay, Kalis Criminal tries to flash forward, somehow staying alive with the Annie shield. Yike, invisibility, and T1 can just click Nasher. This looks like it's going to be a turbo fast game.
Don't even have to sneak the Baron this time around on spawn because 2 members of KC are down, their smite is down, Yike is down, and it's a free Baron for T1. Remember the timer with the items? They already have them. 2 items in, locked in, T1 clean win here.
Yeah, T1
one chance, one opportunity. Yehu needs to hit that on Peyz.
Olaf on the flank.
There's no Gwen, there's no flash.
He's in, hasn't pulled out the cycle.
All right, kill Rakan. Here's Olaf. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Okay, not the worst for KC. Not the worst, honestly. Not the worst.
It's 4 versus 2.
No Olaf ult.
Doran has no ultimate.
But Olaf has Death Dance. I guess it's full AD comp. Can we get a stun on Olaf? The flash.
Opportunity arrives. The feathers out. Peyz looking to survive. Get on out.
Oh, the stone. Oh, okay. All right. There's a lot of shutdowns, yeah? A lot of shutdowns.
Only one left standing.
And it's a miracle.
Doran the Moran.
They're looking to take down Doran as well.
That's a stun.
Holy, they're kiting him. Hodor. Hodor. Woo.
And the goal feed for T1 was 6,000.
This is about T1. Just straight up walk back in there. They've got the raw numbers. They've got the strength. And Yehu in their sides.
There's 2 people here. Kara's going to go in. Quickness immediately knock up. Yehu hasn't burned the summoner. Instead he goes gold.
Okay, Calco got the spells off, but Faker. Tanky on the rise. Wukong flashes in. Owner falls. How about the culling? Where's the culling, Kalis? Doran flanking, and that's going to be game, ladies and gentlemen.
This is T1 T1 showing yet again.
26
KC
minutes in.
thought they could handle them now, but boy, were they wrong. The feather's going to fly out.
T1 looking for the ending.
But T1
2 people
will
still
finish
alive, but I
top.
don't
T1,
see
they have the
how.
wave. They can look to keep going. It's 3 people dead for KC. We'll have to see if they go for the end here.
I think T1 have to go for end. I don't know why Nara's pushing down mid. Kana. Okay. They don't end. They don't
But
end.
they have their eyes on the dragon instead. They're giving up
All
the
right.
dash for a potential Drake fight here.
All right, T1. I need you to rise ult into KC now. That is pushing on the wave.
This is not good news for KC because
He's pretending to be a strong Lucian. He's got 3 items, but Peyz is level 15. I like that Kalista still playing with confidence, you know, he's peppering. Good damage on Peyz. Kalist knows his job. Honestly, respect to Kalist. Respect to Kalist, bro. Kana sees the enemy team on mid. Kana's trying to bait out the... Oh, honestly, bro, we have some gaming. We got some gaming here. Oh, no, the boneless!
Dragon goes down to KC.
What the hell? Yo! KC! The prayers have been answered! Let's have a look.
Quickly mention items. With that top wave pushing in and adding pressure, Kana is close to Sterik's gauge. That's a big
There's the rise ult. Is this the rise ult? Is this really the rise ult? Lucian nowhere to be found. Maybe T1 done goofed again. They under the turret. T1 is snappy. Faker with the flash.
The culling comes out. T1 relentless, going under yet another turret. 4 members
Okay, T1. Bro, respect to T1. Honestly, respect to T1, respect to Faker. This is what I mentioned before, you know. The balls to still send it like this, see a little piece of information, Lucian on the mid wave, and just say, let's go. Pull the trigger, rise ult under the tower. That's what I meant with Faker. I feel like he early game very confident in how he executes. T1 have a massive smite advantage with Pantheon and Xayah E. They're counting. 1, 2. Oh, they stopped hitting it. Oh! It was 1 HP. Huge from Ghana!
He finds the wall and finds T1.
Yo!
KC might have done it.
Will KC end? Will KC end?
Can Owner get out with the grand sword?
Oh!
He's gonna try and he will succeed, but Kana.
There's too many turrets. There's too many turrets. I don't think they can end. They're gonna take towers. Wait, can they end? They have grubs. Can they end? No, they can't end. Can they end? 30 seconds. Pantheon smite. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. They have a cannon minion. They have a cannon minion right there. They have a cannon minion right there. They have a cannon minion right there. Okay. Okay. Peyz in 2, Peyz in 2, Rise in 9, Rise in 9, Rise in 9, Rise and shine. Peyz has ultimate in 5. Keria is interrupting them. There's the TP from Rise. Faker, you psychopath, he wants some. Good timing there from Keria. Faker! Faker realizes this tournament has worlds in the name. Oh!
Now T1, they have 2 carries alive. I don't think they can go for
Paramedic! We need a paramedic. Everybody's got a heart attack going.
Stepping up to Peyz.
Kana with the monster 4-man Nara ultimate, the Rise ultimate into bot lane. T1 have Nasher. They collect an inhib, but it's gonna be hard to progress. I don't know, T1 are sieging. I don't know if that's the way. But the cool thing about being in the base is that it's very hard for Nar to get value. Very difficult for Nar to get value because there's not enough walls. Look at the big arc that T1 have. Ocean Soul is also kind of milking. Kalist, looking for the poke. Oh! That's the turn! Peyz, Peyz, Peyz. Peyz, 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 you freak! Let us win! Let us win, Peyz!
He's alive. Somehow, Peyz keeps thriving as the only one from T1 alive.
They need to kill him. They need to chase him, take the GA, because if there's another teamfight that has to come up, Peyz needs to die here.
sure.
But KC, they want to end the game. They're looking to push mid lane. Just don't let Peyz base, and KC can end.
KC, how many are going to commit to a Yike's going to stand around? Goes in
Peyz is alone, Peyz is alone. They just have to cancel his base. They just have to suicide into him.
They need the
Oh.
They need the finals opportunity. Yike is going to die. Busio knows he's got to stop him now.
Busio, go in there, Busio! Busio!
Peyz is going to get back. No, he's interrupted.
Get in there, Busio!
Busio got him. Here comes the quickness. Kerry trying to get the minion wave in the middle time as well.
Peyz is back.
Has been able to back away. Next
Oh, it's over! It's over! They got it! They got it! They got it! They got it! Oh my lord!
Coming in Paris.
They fell on stage!
Everything that's come together. When the Jhin comes through, you know the Bard is like it, but it gave them so much flexibility because you can go Karma, and Karma often is a give and take. You get the winning lane, but you don't have Engage, but the rest of their comp is all Engage, so it allows them to have the insane Ezreal lane here. They held the flexibility.
Hey, look, at least I said Ezreal, and I didn't say if it was any champion, they'd be invisible. You know, I'm trying to keep it analytical.
All right, let's see it.
Canyon in the back of this pit, possibly having a rough time, but there is the magical journey over. Canyon's still going to be taken down, and first blood goes over to
baby.
Smash. Ruler not going to be
Gen G desperately approaching this fight with a weaker ball lane stage.
Left to their own devices here, as we do see him now coming down. They're trying to wrap around here and push them off of this turret.
Yeah, Korea going to be able to get in here, takes down that captive audience as well. As Lucid trying to stay out of vision. Duro spots him moving in, but now Ruler is possibly in trouble as Showmaker's going to turn up as well. 4 versus 1.
Okay,
comes in.
look at that, bro.
Pushes him back. The
all right,
arrives,
can we save Private Ryan, get the Q out?
Lucid going to try and escape here, and he does create some distance as the True Shot Barrage comes over.
Good, Lucid not Q out.
Of this one. That is going to be Keen grabbing the first kill back here for Gen G.
Managed to get the 1-for-1 trade, but even so...
Even everybody else in the game, you just gotta beat Chovy now.
Dragon, because he knew that Canyon was topside, so he just heads right over.
You just gotta beat Chovy.
Is a wash. Just gets a TP out of Shiu, and now they have double Dragon here for this Mountain Soul.
Yeah, Canyon now going to move over and look for Career as Lucid dashes in. Magical Journey gets Duro out of the way. Bit of a 1v1 between these 80 carries on the bottom side of the map as Canyon is going to give up the ground.
Let's save the org, hero.
The top side right now.
Yeah, Pickaxe just going to be
you goddamn psychopath.
Moving towards his bottom side jungle. Rift Herald just going to kind of be given up for him as you're going to have to get
bro is not
back as Keen is pushing him away. Duro and
gonna be allowed to travel to America.
He's going to turn up and protect his top laner alongside Lucid. There's the Vaultbreaker flash.
Okay, Lucid going a little bit too deep, but he's so tanky with the mercs and the sundered sky. Lucid gets the R on Canyon. He doesn't W it on time. Talk about wash.
And the seismic shove will not pick
got
up
it,
the
man.
doggo this time. Chovy could be in trouble. The rotation here from D+.
Channels.
She sidesteps the petrifying gaze.
Chovy, just die. Just die. Let D+ win. He'll feel good. He'll feel good. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Yeah. It'll feel good. It'll feel so good to see D+ win. It'll feel great.
The setup from D+ Kia so good there. Multiple flashes.
Is the Cliff's first item correct on Ambassador here? It's correct every game, bro. This item is not balanced on Ambassador. This shit insta-procs for some reason, bro. It just procs perma on CD, percentage health, and shields.
Got help though. Gets over that wall. Oh man, the Mantra W is just ridiculous. Is now Ruler down to sub 100 health. In the meantime,
Third dragon, ladies and gentlemen.
It was the first domino of a set of dominoes here.
Showmaker getting targeted.
And the pathing for Lucid this game, he's been everywhere he needs to
Boom.
be all game long. Gets the
Smash.
dragon and Herald
Channeling his Calis Criminel.
Oh,
doesn't hit the banana, but maybe the Vyq though. Ruler with the flash of desperation. 5-1. The game is over. The game is over.
Not feel strong enough to go for this fight.
A bold flank coming out here from Gen G.
And I think it's just simply not going to accomplish all too much.
There is a fair bit of defensive vision, but they have skirted it for the moment. That's an arcane shift over. You didn't want to see that one as there's the ult in from Canyon. Smash in so much trouble. The curtains are being called, but the arcane shift.
Please, DK, please.
The petrifying gaze comes down. And
Please,
there
it's
is
not
the
necessary.
shutdown for Canyon.
It's not necessary.
They get their target, but at what cost?
Oh,
It's so tanky. You know, it's Mountain Dragon. It's not like they can rush it. They're going to have to force a fight here.
Chovy level 15. That's the battle on Showmaker. That's a massive tool being wasted for Gen G. I need you to push it forward, Smash. Don't be afraid. Take some inspiration from Calis Criminel. Take some inspiration from Peyz. CC Chain. I don't like this, DK. I don't like this. I don't like this, DK. Ah!
So good here for Chovy, still doing the damage.
Why are we engaging?
Seismic shove goes wide. Showmaker.
We have the range advantage.
And the fourth bullet goes wide. Still, Gen G members standing. And they will be able to take control of this.
Dad, why? Dad!
Whether they can get on in here and disrupt.
Why did you have to do this, Dad?
They get the miasma down and they take down the Drake.
Everything aligned perfectly. They did exactly what they needed.
Honestly, Chovy has done enough donating to charities, you know, like every time I see something about Chovy donated 30 million won to this charity, to that charity, like
to save the game here for Gen G is
he's done doing charity.
Let's have to deal with all those rocks strewn on the ground as it looks like this is just a battle for a Rip Scuttler for the moment. Smash taking a fair bit of damage here from Ruler. Making use of that rapid fire cannon, but another true shot barrage.
Here we go again. That's the combo from Tyler. Descended on the Kasta. Kasta gets petrifying gaze. 1-for-1. Root Sandstorm. TP indeed.
As Shiu will teleport into the fight. Keen does the same thing. Massive shields for these top laners. With the 1-for-1 trade, and feeling okay here for Gen G, especially when Shiu gets turned on here at the top side of the fight. Showmaker comes over, but he's the only one here to support outside of
gets
Korea,
turned on?
who finally gets on over. Smash now.
That's the Ambessa ultimate. Ambessa. Smash. Ooh, doesn't get the kill on Canyon. Smash. Q. Woo! Aimbot, baby. Oh, do it to him. Holy Smash was playing as if he's cross-eyed.
If Gen G don't turn down, he will dominate this fight.
Well, teleport to come in
here. Smash, push it forward. Poke him, poke him. Poke him. Got range advantage. Poke him. Poke him, baby. Smash it, poke him.
As Shiu is able to dash his way out of there.
The
Deadly Flourish does not connect though.
Poke him, Smash.
Have control of this Drake for the minute. There's the Weaver's Wall as Canyon
gets Shannon ulted.
He does not want to give away this Mountain Soul.
Alright. Yo, what the hell did Chovy get it?
But can they actually win the fight? Tempered Fate.
Shiwu, alright. Smash POV. Smash POV. He's gonna get the Penta. Gets the first kill. Surely Smash, he can't. Ooh, he got it, bro. Ezreal's just the MVP of this whole tournament. Ezreal's legit the MVP of the whole tournament. The whole tournament.
He's cutting up.
And Shiu diving in and just causing so much chaos. They didn't even get the Mountain Soul. He didn't have the extra durability. He didn't care. They could not cut through him in time, and Smash bearing down on them. Just
not going to get saved by a Tempered Fate. I don't know whether that would have been a savior type maneuver anyway, as Shiu getting this push into the mid lane, really pulling Gen G around the map. Keen are going to lose a lot.
He's just trying to get Bounty Go on the bottom side. He's going to have to come back here to defend his team with his teleport if the fight does break out, but he just knows, I mean, he can't do much good here sitting back because of melee. He's trying to get money for them on the other side.
Yeah, it does have to stand united, but the problem is...
Come and collect really DK. Duro fishing.
As D+
almost dies.
Will take down the inhibitor on the top side of the map. Now looking for this mid lane. If they break two of them, it will mean that the Seoul's T1, one of the all-time classics of South Korean League of Legends. So we are kind of spoiled towards the end of EWC here, but obviously it is very early days. This is still game number 1 of this best of 3. D+ are in a great position. They still need to destroy the Nexus. Gen G have been tenacious in the past.
So much push power here. 15 seconds until what may be, on the third time of asking, is Soldier Smash.
Yeah, looking for the Shen delivery system here as well, as they don't quite find the taunt. Smash just gets himself out of the way, uses his barrier. That is going to be Showmaker falling down though, as Lucid gets into that backline looking for Ruler.
Smash is still alive.
Flash will be able to create a whole lot of distance, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Down to the GA.
We're sending it with Ambessa. How balanced is Ambessa? We'll find out today on this episode of Ambessa.
Space here in this fight, but Gen G, they just grabbed 2 picks.
Why is it always something on Drake? Why is there something always on Drake happening with DK? For as long as I've watched this roster, it's always something on the Drake.
Should almost be taken down, but not quite.
Ambessa engaging. Ambessa engaging. Why did Bard live? Why did Bard live? Chovy with the beautiful hourglass. That's GA. He's baby keen. He's baby keen. He's baby keen. Holy Shiwo! Shiwo!
He's going ballistic in the back line. He'll be taken out finally as the curtains have been called. And Smash has a shift away, but that third bullet will be his last. And the shutdown comes in for Ruler. That golden Smash is cut in half, and now both teams have soul point.
Oh, but D+,
Wait a
is here
minute.
looking for an angle.
Don't tell me they're going to be able to stop them from doing this, Dragon. Keen taking a lot of damage from Showmaker, who has finally turned back up to this fight. Korea there to help him out.
back
and
away.
Canyon just gets out of the pit, and Lucid's going to come on over. This should be Mountain Soul.
It was so close here for Jenny from denying
all
a
planned,
third
baby,
drag
all
in their
planned.
entire play.
This
Getting
is all
smashed
planned.
early, getting
Come
that
on
tempo.
now,
Felt like maybe it was gonna
come
be enough,
on
but
now,
they're so
dap.
far behind. The D+ are
Dap
like,
me up,
"We're
baby, dap me up,
3v5
come on.
these. It doesn't
Give us some
matter."
love.
Much damage has been done.
If Shiu had one extra damage item, Rule
Holy.
would have been dead in that fight. And I think Shiu would have just straight up won.
Okay.
Another battle.
Latches
He
on
gets
to
into the back
Ruler.
once again as
Showmaker
Ruler is right in
doesn't
amongst
find
it.
the combo.
That is the United on top of the Jin and
She
Shiu,
will
able to keep
dance.
himself alive.
What
In
is
the meantime, though,
Lucid
goes way
doing?
too
What are you
deep.
doing,
And D+, they will
bro?
lose their jungler
Look who your
in the
teammates
fray.
are.
Genji are just trying to
D+, they just pull off the Baron. Man, Mountain
I'll
Soul
never
kinda
forget
broken
when
for that.
Cloud Templar said,
As
Super
Elsman
Wonder
moves
Man.
forward.
Yeah, they
Wow.
get the GP of team,
Super
which is big.
Wonder
He
Man.
still has to stand United now, though potentially looking.
Yeah,
Lucid.
looking to try and get on in
Lucid,
there.
bro,
He
you're in a
does take
different
Ruler out
zip
of there. He tries to
code.
flash to get to safety. Down to the
Lucid.
Guardian Angel now as Keen turns up with about 1 billion health. He looks like a Baron with that
Lucid.
health bar right now. And once again, it's Lucid taking a
Lucid.
nap.
Push a mid, they're gonna get this inhibitor at least, so even though they end up
Where
getting
we
the pick there,
going,
Genji will
bro?
lose their, part of their base.
Let's see whether D+ can actually keep them busy as well. As you see, the Shen makes his way over Keen, fighting against Shiu. As that inhibitor does
I think
go
Best
down.
Hard wins
Showmaker
that,
looking
no?
for Durant.
Cassio
He
is
takes
there,
the
though, the
opportunity to
petrifying
get out.
gaze in the pit.
They have them right where
Show
they want
making,
them.
making,
But
maker. I
Bottom
wanna
lane now
see
just
you
getting
hit
dealt with
the
by Showmaker
combo.
alone. He's now letting the rest of his teammates move towards that
Shiu
top side. In the
tragedy,
meantime, it is
Lucid
gonna be Shiu
tragedy.
going
It's all
down.
coming
Keen
back
able
to
pick that
me.
one up for
It's
his
all
fourth
coming
in a
back to
row.
me.
And the curtains have been cold. Maybe Showmaker's in trouble
It's
now
all
as he
coming
does
back
get
to
a
me.
nice shot back with a flash forward from Duro comes in, and Showmaker will be taken out. Genji, I swear over the last 7 minutes of this game, have just done only the right thing.
It's been such a good game from Keen. He's everywhere. He helps defend the push. They lose the inhibitor, he gets the kill, and they buy space on the top side despite being a man down there.
Maybe
GH
20
lost.
seconds before these solo laners can come in, and I don't think they've got it.
Is this the biggest
As
throw of the
Genji
year?
will
Nah,
start
blood.
off this dragon.
We've seen some
Lucid
bullshit
gonna try
this
and make it
year.
a 50-50
Smash
smash,
no
trying to get in
E.
there with these mystic shots.
Ambessa on the
But it is
flank.
so dangerous, and this is
All
going
right,
to flow
Lucid,
incredibly
Lucid,
quickly.
Lucid. This is your moment,
He goes,
Lucid.
he does the
Of course,
manage to
Chovy
secure
gets it.
It's Chovy that picks up the dragon.
Did you guys
And the
see
Kingman
that they
Fiend is gonna
burst
land on
at
his
3,000?
smash. He tries to arcane shift
What
out of the
the
way.
hell?
He will
They
successfully
burst
leave.
at-
Is absolutely insane, the turnaround here. The resilience, how much they held on. An absolutely bonkers game now without Lucid here. It's very difficult to look for an engage. Shiu's on the flank to try to stop this push, but he's going to get bound.
Yeah, Canyon moves on in and will be able to push
they
Shiu
got
out of the way.
him.
The magical journey is going to try and catch him here. He uses the ultimate to try and stay unstoppable and get out of the way. Showmaker trying to buy some time, but it's not going to get enough. And with the Elder pushing through, it's still another 1.5 minutes.
Right now,
on the
they're not
CV
in
Max
control. They're
Therapist is
currently
gonna make
losing
so
this
much
game.
money.
How
Bro,
could
they don't
leave
have.
it alone and not with the
Honey
rest of his
Fruit,
teammates?
she was
This
in the
Weaver
pit.
Bolt's going to be
She
pivotal.
is
Outpacing
in
with
the
his
pit.
passive,
I
Showmaker
repeat,
is. He's able
he's
to
in
get
the
back to
pit.
the team. He gets out that
Why is
wall.
he
You're
alone?
going to get stunned
Why
there.
is he
There's the
alone?
taunt. He does have a GA.
Like Kevin.
Tries to get himself
He's
out
alone.
with that one available. And a
Bullet to the
sniper
head.
bullet comes in.
Keen
Now the rest
taunts.
of Genji trying to
Showmaker
dominate
gets
the
a 4
angle.
shot at his
Showmaker
head, and the
gets
Cassio
flash
hits
of Vulture.
everybody. Bro.
Trying to get in there. The Cosmic Binding's fantastic. Canyon gets rid of Korea, but now Lucid is trying to make this one happen. Smash is in amongst absolutely everyone. Trying to lay down these mystic shots. True shot, the true shot. And he murders everyone. It's Keen. The last one standing, but Smash will take it down. No need for a dragon. And Smash will
Holy
be winning the
Smash!
race.
Look at his face! That true shot barrage just gave me goosebumps across my whole body. I cannot believe they won that fight. It looks doomed.
Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, is Genji
Holy.
versus D+ Kia, and we might have two
Wow.
worthy.
Holds you in place for very long, just very temporarily.
And
Oh,
the
we
Akali
tried
going to be
to
the
add
lock
the
here for
basic stage.
Chovy. 3 seconds, and there it is. So a little bit off
do
theme
not
with the
cuts
rest
it
of the
every
draft,
game.
but the follow-up,
We
if that
are
poke
really
does
trying
land,
hard.
will let the Camille live for the moment. Good pressure here from D+. As
Ooh,
Showmaker
nice.
Solo doesn't quite get it, but will be able to push him out of lane. Now Canyon turns up towards that top side. Decent path maker there for Shiu, who flashes, and first blood still goes over to Canyon.
And here's the cost of Lucid Shock.
I don't know whether he's going to deter him with Korea coming on over to help out.
This is just going to be first Dragon over to D+. So on the bottom side control in this early draft, or the early lane rather, and they will be able to take that one away.
They can't contest the grubs. They can't get Chovy. It's just time wasted essentially at this point.
Yeah, not really anything going their way, unfortunately, as Chovy now moving on over towards this battle around the crab. Korea trying to hold his position, is slammed into the wall, does have that aftershock, but he's still just taking down so incredibly low. They look for Chovy, but they lose their Leona. The kick goes back. There's the scatter, but he gets into the gets out of the way. Sonic Wave doesn't land. She is going to pick up Canyon. Can they actually pull him through the wall? They can. There's the Unleashed Power, and finally a kill goes over to D+ Kia, but Gen.G, I think they're all right with it.
This was the best case scenario for D+ initially. She was actually now in trouble.
Yeah, this one's not over yet as Keen is going to teleport back in, does pick the gap with the Shock Blast, but it doesn't matter. He flashes forward. She are going to have to try and dash away. Lucid, I think, might be able to escape, but the bouncing bomb finds the Cassante, and it is now 3-1 for Gen.G. But Gen.G just move out of the way of where they're trying to attack and just kill someone on the other side.
I mean, look at bot lane. They've all moved to try and collapse in on the Ziggs, and Willa just leaves and walks away. Now, though, Chovy's moving in. He might be able to fire, but we see Shiwu targeted on the top side of the map.
Yeah, let's see whether this all-out is actually going to be able to help him here as he pulls Canyon back. There's a great kick from Lucid as the Solar Flare is going to miss. They do manage to take down the Akali. And in the meantime, not too much happening on the top side of the map as Showmaker is just able to teleport in and protect his top laner.
And this is really huge for D+. They get the win on the bottom side. They're rushing to grab first turret. It's down to one plate here. And this is what Gen.G want with their dive as well, but she is still so healthy. Looking for that Jace W to try to push this one through. It's the Grubs working with it as well, and they will get first break.
Yeah, there's the Hextech ultimatum as well, as he does pull Duro out of there so that he can break that ultimatum. Now Pathmaker to try and get him over, and that's a brilliant Q to connect. Lucid comes down. Keen just kills him, though. Keen's still going to be able to go down as Lucid picks up the kill. Doesn't hit the Q, didn't need it. And a 1-for-1.
Well, that's the thing about this, is if they can get this Herald, I think it's absolutely worth, because they were on the top side. They won out on the top side. We're going to see a TP from Chovy to come over here for the contest. Also Smash rotating up right now. This is a really pivotal mid-game fight.
Yeah, Ruler throwing the bouncing bombs in as well as he turned up with his teleport at the same time. Should be the Herald going over to D+, but can they keep themselves alive? Is Trovy on a good flank angle? There's the bullet time connecting, but not really for too long. Mega Inferno Bomb's better as Korea should be taken out here. The Impale is going to get eaten by the Pathmaker, and if they lose only the Leona, then this is good news for D+.
Absolutely worth, I believe, still continue.
Dragon up and available now. Some good poke on a Duro, just have some honey fruit there to pick up, but I think the Herald in pocket for D+K can give them an edge here. Use it as a combat Herald into this. Lucid is very strong. 2-0-1. Could maybe find an angle in on the back of that. He's going to throw it down.
Yeah, All Out is going to be coming up very, very soon as the Sonic Wave connects onto the Dragon. Now the Rip Trail comes in. It is going to be the Cure of the Drake for Gen.G as Lucid trying to get on in there. Oh, the pullback! Shiu finds the angle.
Nice.
Chovy trying to limp out of there, and he might be able to. The rest of his team not
Let's
so
go,
lucky
DK.
as Canyon trying to get to the relative safety of this outer turret, but he gets scattered, and Showmaker takes him down.
Just decimating them in the fight. Even though Gen.G managed to get the Dragon, it's
Towards his
deep.
top side and should have some free time with this outer turret. Shiu down towards the bottom side playing defense, but Keen just eats through these turrets so quickly with his 2,500 gold lead. Duro's going to move in, and Shiu, okay, let's see whether he can get out of this one. Not with a Q like that, unfortunately, as he goes all out, but unfortunately, Duro's got an ultimatum for him, and down he will go. DK traded for the mid-outer turret, though.
Yeah, I think he was fortunately not able to get out of that situation, but D+K answer back really well, taking 2 turrets in the top side of the map, and just cutting
Quickly enough, though, because otherwise this poke will rain down, and then Chovy can just last hit everyone.
They put a controller in the Banana Brush. Not going to be the same sort of outplay opportunity for Shiu this time around, and Gen.G have complete control. That Skarner still got Impale.
Well, Korea dives in, but I don't know whether he really wants to, as the Dragon now going to get forfeit for the moment. There is the Scat of the Week onto Canyon, but he is so incredibly tanky, and Korea down incredibly low. Solar Flare still up and available, though. We'll see where it does go. Shock Blast avoided by DK for the moment. And Chovy still biding his time off to the side. Keen throwing Shock Blast. Gen.G playing it well, keeping them at arm's length as they're taking damage after damage. And Korea, oh man, he's out of the fight now. Scatter the Weak goes wide only onto the Drake. And they do just have to back away. The war of attrition won by Gen.G, and they'll grab Soul Point.
The patience and control there from Gen.G, never making
and
it.
their turn is shaky at best at this game state.
Oh, Duro possibly in a little bit of trouble here as the Solar Flare gets flashed. Canyon looking to drive his way over as Chovy gets scattered. He ults his way out of there as the backflip is going to be good as well. But now Korea gets lifted up and put back down again. He survives for a decent while, but Canyon will be able to finish him off. There's the Impale as well. And the flash away from Lucid is not quite enough. He does get the kick down. The flash away from the bullet time, and Canyon's going to be safe. Shiu not so lucky as Keen just does so much.
Canyon is just a brick wall, so hard to deal with, and it just like
There's no way to wrap around. Look at the ward coverage to the left of the pit, to the right of the pit here is...
Oh dear, Chovy finds a backflip onto Shiu. He takes too much damage. There is the perfect execution, and it was the perfect play to make sure that they have the man advantage for this Dragon, the pivotal Mountain Soul to come through from Gen.G, and man, they have a stranglehold on this game now. 3,000 gold the advantage. D+, I mean, they want to go for a last-ditch effort. They want to try and deny this Soul that will make the game so hard. Gen.G just going to say absolutely not. There's the perfect smite from Canyon, and they will lock that one down. Beware of the hunting Baron, but I think Canyon is hunting the Baron himself.
Even the hunting Baron's not enough for Canyon.
Yeah, no. Lucid coming on over though. Let's see who's going to be able to get this smite. Maybe this is the way the DK can get them back into it as Smash trying to have a good position here in this fight. Shiu gets on in there, does have the all-out to try and create some angles, pulls them over as Keen. He should be the target, and he is going to be taken down. The shutdown goes over to Showmaker as they have the man advantage in the fight. Hextech ultimatum, the Scatter of the Weak is so good, and Showmaker is able to keep himself alive. Smash now is going to fall. Canyon now going to have that health bar truly tested. There's the resonating strike. The shutdown goes to D+ Kia. How are they doing it as Ruler is there, still has a lot of damage, and Chovy might be able to finish them off, but Lucid's in there with the smite, and they should be able to take the Baron. Gentlemen, how did D+ do that?
A lot of D+ fans have been asking for years.
Oh yeah,
in team fights, especially objective team fights in the late game, that D+ has been missing since they won the World Championship, and maybe it's finally starting to come together.
And that was 6 with that blast
ago.
going, looking for the scatter angle as Shiu trying to place himself there as a target. Chovy goes into the Shroud. The rest of D+ now ready for a fight, as you can see. Shiu taking so much damage though, and D+ need to start this one as soon as they possibly can. Lucid not able to get in there for a kickback. Still just hunting with these sonic waves. D+ can move back towards Fog of War now, but the Shock Blast is so incredibly dangerous. Lucid safeguarding forward. There's Canyon getting pulled back. The Scatter of the Weak not going to quite connect there. And they are slowly but surely locking them down. There is a decent Impale, but into the backline goes Korea. Keen just locks him down the bullet time, trying to get rid of Ruler as a kickback onto Chovy to get him away from the carries. But Gen.G have taken down one. Hookshot takes Duro into the backline, but he might be too deep. They've taken out Smash though. Scatter comes in. Force of will from Showmaker to take that one down. But Shiu is so incredibly low in this back line, and Keen will force that flash.
Steal.
Well, he gets spotted out here as well, as the Elder Dragon down to 9,000. Showmaker moving over as Chovy going to get kicked back. There's the scatter. He goes golden though, but Showmaker held onto the ultimate there for a moment, but it's not going to quite be enough. There is the Elder taken by Gen.G. Lucid burning down, and the Impale from Showmaker. Betrayal from his former jungler, and Canyon going to be
this Pope comp with the Elder. It's going to be so hard to block.
It's so unreal how powerful the Siege is with a Jace this big, almost full build here at 36 minutes. Duro played that fight so well. He interrupted Lucid's engage. He killed Smash in the fight with a follow-up ultimate, and Gen.G are looking to take us to 3 on the push.
Let's see whether they can do it, as now trying to deal with this Elder Dragon is so hard. Canyon just picks up Lucid, throws him back. He does get a kick, but it's not quite enough. And they are still at such high health bars with this Mountain Soul. Down to the Guardian Angel, but that Guardian Angel unable to do anything for Lucid, as at least Smash has a health bar here, but they only have one Nexus turret left available. In goes Duro to try and find the angle. He gets taken out, but so does Showmaker. Smash trying to get the damage throughput though, and is able to take out Chovy. You can see there with the bullet time, not quite able to do enough damage, but Gen.G is still going to get pushed out of the now. Still with that solar flare available.
Yeah, you need to force this Baron while the Elder's still there, and you have that major edge.
And Smash and crew need to get over here as soon as possible to try to deny this. If they
in order to get his health bar back with his Bloodthirster, either now finally has a wave moving in. But Gen.G with a whole bunch of space, and two of these siege minions just blowing up the turret. There's the satchel for the execute. And this inhibitor should not be defended by DK.
Nexus turret will respawn, but that's the only good news here for D+. Second inhibitor down. The first is still down for 2 more minutes. And that's when the Elder spawns. They have so much control, but they may just end this game right now if they can find the angle.
Yeah, looking to continue pushing this one forward. That Baron's still running, and 3 siege minions now. They called their friends. Another one going to join.
Oh, and a super minion coming up mid.
Yeah, this is just getting too much for D+.
They might just have to use Smash to try to clear the wave.
And that is not what they want to use that bullet time for. There is the all-out, though. The Impale is going to be avoided. Hextech ultimatum on from Duro into the backline, but there is no follow-up for it. They do get the Camille. Chovy goes golden. The base is now exposed as Chovy gets himself out of the way. There's a killing spree for Kino. He's at full health, and he can 3-hit this Nexus if he gets close enough. The scatter is good onto Keen, but Chovy finds Xiu. Xiu's still pretty tanky. The flash out of the way from the to the skies as he goes down to the Guardian Angel, and Gen.G will tie up the series. The title defenders.
But also Silas in this draft feels really tough. Obviously the Senna eventually have a lot of long range, but you're still so vulnerable, you're still so squishy, and it's going to take a long time to get there. We knew this was going to be the final answer. We talked about it much earlier on in the draft here with everything else we've seen. A little bit here, the jungle control is there, and Gen.G are just going to have to weather the storm.
Well, there is that first dragon going. Yeah, so this dragon going to be secured by the Jarvan. We have the bottom lane moving towards that turret as well. 1 stack left on that cull here for Smash, who is going to be very powerful, moving up to about a 600 gold advantage until Ruler cashes in his. So D+ playing defensively.
A lot of money on Keen. He itemized defensively, has that Oblivion Orb, has Prio for topside, could be a big deal. His career.
Yeah, needs to be very careful. Does get the fire kick, but the root does come on down. Needs to use the ulti to keep himself safe. There's the combo out of Duro. Lucid tries to throw down the Cataclysm, but finally First Blood comes in at 15 minutes.
Got that kill, but most importantly, the Herald goes over. That means your turret in the mid lane is not under threat of getting killed by a charge here. It means you can use this turret.
Time around as that interaction was nerfed somewhat.
Showmaker could try to collapse here, but Gen.G's their formation is very good.
Well, there's a teleport in from Xiu. There's now Chovy looking to try and stop Showmaker from making his way over, but this Annie does want to get on top of multiple members. The equalizer not exactly fantastic, as Keen has to flash away. It will be the Dragon going over to Gen.G, but can they keep themselves alive? That is the question, as Chovy hunting for Showmaker in the backline. The rest of DK wanting to follow up. The bear goes down, another bear goes down. Duro's the one in trouble though, and Smash should be able to pick this one up. There is that kill. Over the wall goes Lucid, and that keeps him safe. But a 1 for a Dragon. The fact that 1 kill just evens up the kill score. The Dragon moves us back towards Drake parity as well, with the 3rd one going towards Gen.G. This could not be closer, as the teleport does come down. They're looking for Keen, who does not have a flash up and available. Showmaker just walks his way forward with that Molten Shield, and he doesn't really worry too much about that red carpet. He just takes out the Yordle in a mech. And let's see what the rest of Gen.G trying to chase the remainder of D+ gear back towards this mid lane, as there is Showmaker and Keen battling it out on the top side of the map. That is a fantastic Cataclysm. Puts Ruler and Canyon in a little bit of a cage, but where is the follow-up? That is the question. Keen, he comes down to stop Smash from culling and stopping Lucid from escaping. That is going to be the kill under the Jarvan. And Gen.G even it out once more.
That mid tower took so much damage.
Now luckily they are able to keep the turret alive, and if D+ could make some sort of counter push and get the enemy mid turret here in the mid lane, it would feel huge for them, but they use so many tools. Showmaker though finds Keen again.
Drops a bear on him, and that is going to be Showmaker picking up the kill onto the Rumble. That is 2 deaths for Keen.
That could control Gen.G have right now up the river, that even with a player not on the map, they still feel confident to press forward.
Yeah, that is really nice from Xiu. They're able to take down that turret. Mortal reminding.
Really desperately want to get this mid turret off the map. Would make Ruler's life so much more difficult. Will give so much more agency to Lucid. They have a big cannon wave here, and I think with this Crystalline Overgrowth, they should get it. Equalizer trying to defend it. They're trying to turn.
Yeah, they do manage to get the turret, as now Keen looks for the Harpoon. Doesn't get it there onto Smash, but he has to be careful. The rest of Gen.G are chasing him down. The pivot from the sky! And Smash now culling. Duro taking so much damage. He'll be taken out. It's a double for Smash as Canyon gets on in there. He takes down Emilio, but that is not enough to bring back the fight in favor of Gen G.
I think in that situation, Showmakers found
Get the dragon as well.
Earlier that cut them a lot of
Angle, not quite able to get there, but this is going to be that second dragon available for Gen G. Shu on a flank angle. The rest of T+ moving on over as Keen does manage to find the Aatrox. Duro gets in there with the CC. Chovy looking to lock him down. The world ender comes on through. The Aatrox does fall. The Cataclysm's fantastic though. It's a double for Smash already, who's kiting around on the outside of the fight. Looking for Canyon now. He gets that extra range from the Emilio, and Canyon just has to run. There's the dash for the outplays. Doesn't pick up the kill. He didn't even need it. As now Ruler running the wrong direction. It's going to be Soul Point, and it's going to be all the kills here for D+ Kia, who may have just booked themselves a ticket to face
everybody loves
this game.
Absolute back-to-back errors in the fights here for
Gen G are a terrifying team, and we remember game number 1 of this very series. They managed to pull back for a large portion of that game, and now She was in a lot of trouble, wanting to get that Umbral Dash to get over this wall. The healing is kind of ridiculous, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Still, D+ should be able to put a dent into this inner turret, but now they don't have their Aatrox for the next little while.
Yeah, it's a good move from Gendos.
Not to mention he's also got Swifties, which I think is a really smart idea into all of the slows from this center that are going to be raining down. Equalizer used in desperation just to get them away from this inner turret. Does give Chovy some time on that top side. Yeah, Smash Fan here in the arena. And you could imagine some smiles.
Really well in this fight, but it means he also has not been able to put out any damage. Shio on the flank. He knows his target. He's marked Ruler here, and the dragon is under fire.
Yeah, Shio has a massive shield from that teleport as well. Look at this flank angle. It is absolutely ridiculous. They spot him out. He's not pulling the trigger just yet. Now, D+ now moving in. It's going to be a smite fight. Canyon secures it. No soul for D+, but he gets taken down to the GA, and Shio's in a pretty good spot to get that flank working. Showmaker gets engaged on by Chovy, but Canyon just explodes. Showmaker's still alive. Shio and Lucid dealing with the rest of Gen G, and they take the Silas. Now it's Smash flashing in on top of Ruler. He gets himself out of the way, but DK, they may not have been able to pick up the Drake, but they are still going to be able to decimate the base of the title defenders of last year's EWC.
It's only Ruler and Keen. I think they can just look for the end right now.
Absolutely. They've got a cannon wave here, and these turrets just aren't going to last. Keen, Equalizer on cooldown. Gonna have to try to clear this wave.
And the steps here at Paris must be littered with glass slippers. Cinderella is just all over the place as D+. They are pressing down. The first Nexus is going to fall. Keen gets engaged on. Down to the GA goes Lucid, but he's buying some time. The flag forward from Shio is ridiculous. Cataclysm comes in as Ruler doesn't get the ulti off. Smash is absolutely legendary in this game, but they maybe do not have enough. Again. Imagine if they did it. It would be ridiculous. This series is already unbelievable, and Shiu is looking to try and break that dream. Chovy pushed towards the Baron Pit right now. He is pretty mobile on this Silas, but Lucid might be able to find the angle to get on in here. He's got that shield. The Cataclysm has been taken away. The T+, they are just going to chase him till the ends of the earth.
Keen is defending, but he can TP into a longer fight here. D+ need to be careful about how they control this. Chovy running away here with the Cataclysm.
Oh, he cages him in!
Yeah, Cataclysm Flash to get Chovy out of there. Smash, though, is able to dash through this wall and look for that 1v1. Chovy is still very scary, but with a reminder, there is no Kingslaying available for that Silas. And now Duro's going to get called. This should mean the D+ can get themselves a Baron and create mass
on the base. They've already gotten 8 of the turrets. There's only 2. And what's happening?
They're just going to lose the game of minions.
I mean, when Chovy can't walk up to a Lucian without blowing up before he can close the gap, it's so hard for him to do anything here.
This Lucian has 7 items. Yeah. He is absolutely massive in this game. Bloodthirster just completed.
Starting to stack up this bottom wave. They have Baron for another minute and a half. These Nexus turrets are wounded. Gen G are going to have to make a decisive call here. We are 98 stacks on this Senna.
Another dash in. Lucid gets cold.
Oh, nice. The flag got it.
Lucid has executed the AD carry, and D+ Kia may have just done it. We zoom out, and the Cinderella story
Nice.
continue here today.
Classic
in our
Genji.
second semi-final. D plus Kia are going to the finals of EWC 2026.
D plus Kia defy all the odds to be here, to get to EWC, to make it to the semi-finals, and then once more to take down Genji, the reigning champions, and pave their way to the finals of the EWC 2026.
Absolutely a long, grueling series, a
Guaranteed.
tough one, but one that meant so much for these players right now.